right, we're back. So we're going to do the upstairs. When you walk up the stairs, you're in the room we call a salon. It's going to be an open lounge room. It'll have a pull-out couch for guests, an extra wardrobe for closed space. We've got extra windows on this floor. We work really hard to custom level and frame. We've got 7 windows. So this whole area is going to be an open salon. We worked really hard on these trusses, and when we were putting it in, and when we were putting in this beam, for example, which is a 28-foot beam, we had to climb up into the trusses, put the beam all the way outside of the house to get it leveled up in there, and then put it back and nail it into place. So Mark and I actually climbed into the trusses and we jumped from one to another while we were getting things nailed into place. So, I'm glad I had a lot of training to get ready for those things. So anyway, there's the salon. Leads into our master bathroom, which is here. We've got the tub installed already. We've got the plumbing, which is active, that leads to the tub. We don't have a faucet on it yet. Small window. Toilet will go there. We've bought a large sink and vanity already. Then it's got an attached little closet for towels and extra toiletries. Got a small hall that leads to 2 bedrooms. The straight ahead is a small linen closet for sheets. The white bedroom here is for our music studio. So it'll be a drum and piano studio for Mark. There'll be a little recording booth for me. We have an extra deep built closet so we can keep the extra drum sets and recording equipment in here, so it's actually much deeper than it appears. So Mark and I have done this into the braces at least 100 times. So every time I walk into a brace, I'm like, oh, damn, who put that there? Oh, me. Yeah, well, who made it invisible? Me. So it's actually quite wide. These are blocking pieces because the wood has bent with the sun and rain. We bought about 400 pieces of blocking, and each piece, the width is not the same. So we've had to measure each one and cut each one and pre-drill because of the wood getting not the same integrity because of the heat. So everyone has had to be pre-drilled, and it has just taken way longer than we had thought to complete. And if you look here, you see a lot of places that just require 1 stud. We've put 4 or 5 studs in a row. And then you can see we've shimmed the windows to really get it within a 16th or a 32nd of an inch level. And these are part of the reasons that, things that don't take as much time when an entire crew and it's somebody else's house is doing it, it's taking us a lot of time. But we're being really particular because we want the house to be here 500 years down the road, even if the island isn't. So here's the music room. Come on, friends and family, let's look at the master bedroom. So this is the master bedroom, faces the ocean side. One of the nice features about this is we trade up the ceiling, so we have a coffered ceiling. We had to do a double frame on that to get it up, so that makes a higher ceiling, and we're going to have a big ceiling fan there that we already bought already. So we both climbed up into that, and I would hold the pieces while Mark nail gunned them. So again, working on your upper body strength. I was on a ladder at one point here, and the ladder slipped out from under me, which is not good. And then I just grabbed it onto a truss and did a pull up for a little moment. So we've had our areas. So, from the master bedroom, we've got a normal size, like walk-in closet here. So that'll be this space here, which is all for my clothes. Mark will have to find a place for his clothes somewhere else. And then the bathroom is behind me. So the great thing about this bedroom, besides the trade-up ceiling and the fact we did it ourselves, is we've got this double glass door that comes out onto the balcony. And you gotta watch your step, of course, because we have no floor on the balcony, but we've been traversing it for years without a floor. So the balcony, you know, it is what it is. I would like it to be wrapped around the entire town, but not yet. We're working on that. It does face the ocean, which is about 3 blocks this way on a clear day. You can almost get a good view of it. You can get a good view off the roof for sure, right in this area. So we can keep the window open, you can hear the ocean, you can hear the ocean breeze. We've got the jungle on this side, which is lovely. So it's really wonderful. So one thing we do every day is I take the walk boards for the scaffolding out. They're between 50 and 120 pounds each. I pass them to Mark. Mark brings them out onto the scaffolding. So we've got over 1,000 pounds of scaffolding. We've moved the scaffolding over 100 times already because the scaffolding fits 1/3 of the house, and you've got to then move it to the other third, and then you've got to move it around to the front, and then you've got to move it around the house for every single task that you do. So, and it's a lot of jumping from one part of the scaffolding to the other, and often we put walk boards on top and then put a ladder on top of the walk board to deal with the apex near the roof, or to deal with getting on the roof when we were putting on the underlayments of the roof and the weatherproofing and all that stuff. So all I can say about that is I'm really glad I did a lot of gymnastics training as a kid and a lot of yoga as an adult, because I don't recommend it. We're almost done with the stuff that's going to be really dangerous. So that's basically a quick run through of the inside of the house. And in the next video, I'm going to show you where we are on the outside of the house. Aloha! Stay tuned for video 3.